Over the past few days, we've had a few requests to help practices to disable some of their automatic functions within Exact. So today I'm just going to take you through the four main pieces of automation that you may have configured. So the first that we're going to be looking at is your automatic recalls and how you can disable that. You need to start by logging in as an administrator first, then going to Administration, then Manage Recalls. Down in the bottom right hand corner when the Manage Recalls screen opens, there is a black spanner. If you just click on that, you then should have a button that says Automation. If that button's missing for you, that means that you do not have access and you need to seek whoever is your practice administrator for Exact. Failing that, you can call the support team, but just bear in mind we're getting hammered with requests and there is a lot of inbound to our help desk to have assistance with this. Once you click on the automation button, if your run recalls automatically tick box is ticked, please untick that and then hit OK. That will then prevent any of your communications for automatic recalls going out for the time being. We're going to really want you to make a note that this has been switched off so that you can get it back up and running once and if you guys open the practice back up to a normal state. The next will be to be able to configure your appointment reminders for the time being. Now this is completely up to you. I'm finding it's different from practice to practice on how you want to handle this. But if you go to Configure, down towards the bottom you'll have Automatic Appointment Reminders. From here, just follow through the steps, hitting Next twice. So then you get to the screen where all of your appointment reminders are configured. To disable them, just untick all of these boxes in this lower part of the configuration, and this will allow you to come back in and switch this on really nice and easily without having to reconfigure what templates you want going out when. This is just going to prevent the communications from going out for the time being. Hit Next. If you have any easy post appointment reminders going out, just be sure to untick this box here as well, and then hit Finish. The third part that we're going to be doing is preventing patients from making online appointments or just making appointments in general. And to do this, we want to edit our main appointment book. And you're going to want to do this for all of the clinicians that are not going to be working if your practice is going to be closed for the foreseeable future. Now, the simplest way that I would recommend doing this is to right-click on your appointment book, and from here there is an Add Block option. From there, you can give it a description. I would say something like closed for COVID-19 or whatever you feel is fit. From there, I would recommend doing this from 1 minute past midnight up until 23:59. You could do something like 7 AM to 9 PM if you'd prefer, but I don't see any harm in doing this all the way from midnight to midnight. You want the start date as the day that you are setting this up. You want the repeat interval specifically set to 1 day. So this is going to block out every single day until you choose an end date. Now, having a look at this, I don't actually think I've changed that yet. So depending on how far you'd like this to go, you might want to set this for the next 4 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever your business decision is to close for the moment. Just something to be conscious of is that with this end date that we set, that will be when appointments will be available to be booked in again. So if circumstances don't change for the foreseeable future, please make sure you go in and redo this step once you reach your desired end date. For this example, I'm just going to do until the end of May, and I want to add this to all providers. So generally, we're just blocking out every single day from today, every day, until whatever date we choose. When you hit OK, depending on how many clinicians you have, this might take several minutes to fill this in. It's not unusual for it to sit there for a couple of minutes if you have a really large database and you're doing it for a lot of clinicians. The last part to think about is if you have any patient marketing automations set up, you may want to look at putting a pause onto these. This is really straightforward where you'd go to Administration. There's a section called Marketing. Now I don't have any automated campaigns that are listed in here, but under Status there'll be an option that will give you, to the very right hand side over here, the option to pause any communications. When you just hit pause, that will stop any communications for those automated campaigns going out. And again, we can initiate that nice and easily when you get started again. Hope that helps. Thank you.